Good night and welcome to another episode of Reason with Ashleigh-Ann. I'm Ashleigh-Ann and I'm so happy to have you here. As you come in, just tell me where you're connecting from. I am connecting from the beautiful city of Kingston, Jamaica. They call it the commercial hub, right? But it is more than that. You know, it has been identified as a culture, but I think UNESCO identified it as a city of culture. You understand? And to be honest, I mean, there are so many cultural cities, or just Jamaica in general. It's just a beautiful place to experience. So, as you come in, tell me where you're connecting from, right? Reason with Ashleigh-Ann. If this is the first time you're watching, it is a show that I do right here on Jamaicans.com Facebook page. So grateful for this opportunity. Every Saturday night. So, I know someone now wait for some fest to start in a start yet, so stay right here, so. Because, as you would see, with some fest being held online, and more people rolling out events, yes, Jamaica is back on. Outside, I take time, keep with your mask, right? And I have the hookup if it is that you need a Jamaican looking mask. Okay, so if this is the first time you're watching the show, Reason with Ashleigh-Ann is a show that I do here every Saturday, as I was saying, and it is basically a current affairs show. It is aimed at helping Jamaicans right across the globe, anywhere there, even in this island, to just figure out, you know, what are my thoughts on the trending topics for the week, the news stories for this week, and share them with me. So it's not only Ashleigh-Ann sharing, I am sharing your thoughts as well. Let me say big up to my team, Live Well JA team, who helped me to produce this episode of Reason with Ashleigh-Ann. So right now I'm going to pull up the live on the other device so I can see who's here. Alright, right away I'm seeing May Clark. Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see. Where can't wait to see? Where can't wait to see? Some fest? Norma in the building from Toronto, Canada. ZZ is here. Last week was her birthday and she said the post that I made on my Facebook page made her birthday. So it's the best birthday ever. I'm so happy I did that. If you're celebrating a birthday, guys, just please let me know and I will load it up for you. So I know you saw the caption, right? And you're probably wondering, Ashleigh, I'm a Jamaican or I'm a non-Jamaican, but I know Jamaica, so you can't tell me the top 10. Well, you can tell me if I am wrong based on the list that I compiled. So I did a bit of research. I asked my followers. I also did, you know, some as they call it, desktop research, some computer research to see what's out there, read some blogs, watched some vlogs. So this is a compilation of Reason with Ashleigh-Ann research. This does not necessarily mean that the top 10 vacation spots that I'm identifying are exactly the only vacation spots in Jamaica. Jamaica is a beautiful island and every single parish have a nice spot. So if you are non-Jamaican looking to go outside, hey, Jamaica open back. Alright. Cornetta says, good evening everyone, good evening to you too. I like how you step in the chat because it's a conversation, it's a reasoning we're having. It's not Ashleigh-Ann hosting and sharing all her thoughts. Alright, so let's get right to it. So of course on the top of my list, you know, say I'm going to be biased because I come from Mobile, so my bias in Mobile, no lie. I would say when I'm speaking about vacation, when you're on vacation, these 10 places, I think, and based on the research that I've done, you must go. So the first place on my list is the Rose Hall Great House. And look here, let me tell you, there has been some controversy as it relates to the backstory about the Rosal Great House. But if you don't know where it is right there in Montego Bay, St. James. And basically the story is that the final owner of the Rosal Great House was Annie Palmer, and she was basically a widow who killed her husbands. So she became a widow because she murdered her husbands. Very beautiful story. The tours are, I know they have day tours of the Great House and the night tours, but why is Rosal Great House on my list? Because people, you can tell me if I'm wrong, they say it's haunted. So if you go on the night tours, they say spooky things happen. And the reason I said they say, I've not gone because I really have a fear of masks and those things, okay? But I plan to go outside with my face mask, that is. Alright, so Rosal Great House is #1 on my list. Next on my list, and this was contributed by one of my team members, Shanae Semester, and she was saying that in the grill, in the grill, everybody talking about 7 Miles Beach, and yeah, they're talking about everything as it relates to the Norman Manley Boulevard. However, you cannot go to the grill and do not visit Long Bay Beach. She said it is amazing. You can't miss there. So if you go to the grill, if you plan to travel to Jamaica and you're going to the grill, you need to check out Long Bay Beach. I want to know your suggestions in terms of your top 10 vacation spots in Jamaica, but we're keeping it rolling. Of course, I think if it is that you're going to visit St. Elizabeth, there are some key places that you must go, and now I'm going to speak about somewhere that I've been to. If you're going to St. Elizabeth and you don't necessarily want to jump into the whole beach vibe or river vibe, you need to go to Accompong Maroon Village. Why? It is I would say a culturally rich community or village. And when I say Maroons, if you're not familiar with Jamaican history, there are a set of inhabitants of this country, well, of this land, who basically won their freedom from the British back in the days. I don't remember the year. That's so bad because I did the tour. And basically they created their own establishment, their own village, their own laws, their own everything in the mountains. So Accompong is actually, I think it is a village that runs across 3 parishes. I think it's in St. Elizabeth. A part of it's supposed to be in Trelawney, something like that, but it's close to the cockpit country, so you can't go wrong when it comes to getting some tranquility, some serene vibes, and get in your life after COVID. Accompong. Also understand a little bit more about Jamaica's history. Very, very nice place. The food there is so good and organic. Alright, so if it is that you do visit St. Elizabeth, I think you should go to Accompong Maroon Village. There is a wonderful tour that is offered that basically introduces you. By the way, that is where Queen Nanny is from, right? You want to ensure that you do the tour, because the tour will give you more information as to the history of Accompong. So I'm gonna just see what you guys are saying in the chat. Zizi said my father was a Maroon from St. Elizabeth. Oh, I didn't know that. I've had a lot of Palmer relatives in that area. As in Annie Palmer, as in you have relatives who related to explain what you. Oh no, Zizi, your last name is Palmer. Sorry. I was just having I'm not going to say what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something that's probably discriminatory, so I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, Nerissa says good night from St. Martin. I believe you were here last week. Thank you for joining. Donette says hello with blessings. Blessings to you, Donette. Blessings to you. If it is that you've never visited Jamaica before, well, this is the conversation that you want to be a part of. COVID is on its way out of Jamaica. It's not gone, so we still have to wear a face mask, we still have to sanitize, and even after it's gone, we still need to keep those sanitation practices on par. I mean, there's nothing wrong in being healthy and clean and, yeah, sanitary. Okay, so let's keep it going. We're talking about the top 10 vacation spots in Jamaica. I told you 3 already. Let's move to my 4th one. Duns River in Ocho Rios, St. Ann. And I didn't say St. Anne's because enough people, I'm going to tell you a little secret. You have enough Jamaicans, I don't know where them get St. Anne's from, but that's wrong. It's at the parish is actually called St. Ann. So Portugal Beach in, Portugal, I jump in ahead. Duns River Falls in Ocho Rios is a beautiful experience, especially for the family. If it is that you want to climb the falls, I know they offer different activities beyond just the climbing the falls, in terms of water sports and so you can bathe in the river or you can go in the beach. So there's a beach that's there, but you must climb the falls. If you've climbed Duns River Falls, please tell me how many times and in what year. I've never climbed the falls because of my glasses, honestly, because I was like, I can't go without my glasses. I'm so dependent on it. So I'm like, I don't want to climb the falls and then my glasses fall. Like the tour guide go catch my glasses, look at all of those rocks. I'm just saying, but they have safety. Just to let you guys know, that's just my fear, because they do have safety officers, tour guides that are well trained, you know, to help you along the way so you can have as much fun but in the safest way possible. Alright, Annie Palmer is just a family joke among us. Really, ZZ. Dave says hello. Hi Dave. Jamrock Mix Up Page is in the house. He says Negril Rick's Cafe. Well, that is on my list. I wasn't there yet, but let's get to that. You have to go to Rick's Cafe, and one of the reasons you have to go to Rick's Cafe is because there is this wonderful cliff that is there that you can choose to jump off. I mean, if it is that you're an adventure seeker and you love those things, that's the best way to just kill all of this COVID sadness. Just go and take a leap. Of course, as I said, they have safety officers at these attractions so that you know, you are okay and you take the necessary precautions to ensure that you're okay. If it is that you never did this before, I feel so you want to go to Rick's, check it out, see what other people doing before you try it. I've never tried it. I'm more of a safe person, but you know, honestly, after and I always reference this, after giving birth, I'm like, oh my god, if I can allow my body to go through that, man, I gotta live my life. So if it is that you're just joining this conversation, this is Reason with Ashleigh-Ann, and we are talking about the top 10 vacation spots in Jamaica. I'ma just see the numbers them for the live, just a jump so. Hey. Alright, I see Lloyd here. Lloyd says Ritz Cafe is too commercialized, still good sunset. How could I ever forget that? Like, Lloyd, when I tell you about setting the mood romantically, you need to go to Rick's. You need to take your lady friend to Rick's Cafe, okay, Lloyd? I'm just saying, you need to go there. Beautiful sunset, guys. I must say, Negril, I don't know if there's a space in Negril that don't have a wonderful sunset. I've been in Negril last year, thankfully, because of Jamaicans.com, and it's like every time it gets to that time of evening, it's just so beautiful. Wherever you are, it's just, I can't describe it. It's picture worthy. It's breathtaking. It's worth the trip. It's worth the risk of going outside. Alright, so we're still counting down. We are at number 5, and I told you, not number 5, number 6, right? We are talking about, I'm going back to St. Ann, but this time I'm going to Discovery Bay, and I must tell you about Puerto Beach, right? Enough people will say, boy, Jamaicans, most of your leisure activity and vacation is tied to beach. Well, I mean, if we are surrounded by the Caribbean Sea, what do you expect? I'm just saying. But Puerto Beach, if it is that you choose to go there, you will not regret it, right? Puerto Beach is a beautiful space, and what I love about it, you know those beach club type of vibe where you have the bar, you have like a buffet style meal serving, you have the jerk chicken man, you have a whole changing room, and and you also have like a pool section. I really love Puerto Beach, and whenever I get the opportunity to go, I do not turn it down because it's just amazing. It's just, I drink so much pina colada. It's like, honestly, it is like the hotel experience when you're by the beach. You're just not paying as much. Honestly, that's how I see it. So it's in Discovery Bay, St. Ann, just in case you're taking notes, right? So over to reach now. We talk about Rosa, we talk about Long Bay Beach in the Grill, we spoke about Duns River Falls, Rick's Cafe, we spoke about Puerto Rico, and we must move away from the beach a little bit and speak about the cabins in Blue Mountain, or as my team members Amariah and Chrisan says, the trek or the tour, let me pull it up here. So it's a Blue Mountain and Holywell Park, and there's actually a tour that takes you to Blue Mountain. If it is that you want to get, as she said, and I want to read exactly what Chrisan had said, because I was talking to my team members about this. So she says that the air in Portland, right, because I know Blue Mountain actually spans across more than one parish, so it's actually in Portland as well. It's the highest, let me just say, Blue Mountain Peak is the highest peak in Jamaica. So you're basically on top of Jamaica. Is that the best way to describe it? She says the air in Portland is so clean and it's just calming. It just puts you in a state of peace because it's not noisy, so you can unwind and unplug. And let me tell you something, COVID has really tied us up in the house, has really tied up our brains around health and safety precautions. And I feel like you can bring our mask, we will definitely wear a mask, but just let's go outside and breathe some nice, fresh, cool Jamaican air. And you can do that in Blue Mountain and the Holywell Park. I know they do have like some tours, just to give you some background, like historical tours. You can check with the, oh my, she's gonna be so upset with me if I forget her if I forget her organization. But there is an organization responsible for the protection of the Blue and Drunkor Mountains. I feel so bad that she should always share information with me. You can Google it. I'm sure the Jamaica Tourist Board can give you more information about it. So check it out, the Blue Mountain, right? I'm keeping it going. So we're also going to speak about Rasta Villages. So Rastafari is a practice, way of life. I'm not going to say a religion, you understand, because they don't classify it as a religion. So it's a way of life in Jamaica. And if it is that you subscribe to the Rastafari way of life, there are several Nyabingis, I was trying to remember the name, that you can visit that will give you that true Rasta experience, right? And I'm doing this because this is exactly how they hold their hand and hold their fingers together. Just to, I think this is reasoning. Yeah, reasoning. Respect. So basically, the Rasta Villages right across the island. You'll find them in St. Thomas, you find them in St. James. You can tell me where else you found Rasta Villages. Especially the Nabingis. They usually have spiritual days like worship, where they beat drums and they chant and they light. They would gather some wood together and burn it. You understand, for spiritual reasons, and of course they would share with you some of their beliefs as Rastas. It's an amazing experience, right? It is a cultural I would say it's a cultural relic, the Nabingis, and I think it's something that we should all, even if it is that you do not subscribe to the Rastafari faith, you can definitely check it out and see what it's about. It is knowledge enriching in terms of the experience that you're supposed to have, and it's fun. If it is that you love marijuana, you can get enough there. Let me just say that. Alright, now I must also add that if it is that you are in St. Elizabeth, I still have, my mom told me the correct name of this place and I cannot remember it now. But in Jamaica, right, when we say we want some steamed bammy or fried bammy and some fried fish, we go to Bada, right? If it is that you know the correct name for Bada, you can let me know. But basically, it is I think it's between two parishes in St. Elizabeth and another one. But that's where you go. It's right by the south coast, on the south coast of Jamaica. You go and get the best steamed bammy. And if you're not familiar with bammy is it's basically a food that is made from cassava. Like a, I don't want to say pancake because it does not taste, it's not sweet like pancake, right? But that same shape. And you can steam it, you can fry it. I wouldn't boil it. And have it with steamed fish or fried fish. Lovely, lovely. So as a vacation spot, you must go to Barda, right? Or as Jamaicans say, Barda. So I want to know, am I at 10? I'm kind of curious. I feel like a loose count because you guys are helping me as well. Middle quarters. That's what it's I'm being told that's the correct name for Border. Alright, Lloyd says they have like 4-wheel drive Suzuki Jeep to get all the way to the top. Oh yeah. So you have some people actually drive for most of the way up Blue Mountain, but from my understanding, you can't go all the way, I think there's a part of the roadway that you literally have to walk. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Lloyd, if you took the trip. You understand? Of course, this wasn't on my list, but I must say this, and I think I'm at number 10 now. Devon House in Kingston. Look here, the best ice cream in Jamaica comes from Devon House, and Devon House has branches right across the island, but you can't get the real authentic one until you visit Devon House. And beyond the ice cream, there's a beautiful story about that whole property and the owner of the property, right, that you should definitely get to know. I didn't get an opportunity to tour Devon House, but whenever I go there, like officially tour with a tour guide who has adequate information about it, but whenever I go there, I definitely get ice cream because it's just so soft, it's creamy, and it's everything that you want in an ice cream. And they have various flavors. And outside of ice cream, literal ice cream, have ice cream product, other ice cream products. Zizi says, where do they do zip lining? Okay, not on my list, but Mystic Mountain is one of the many spaces or places in Jamaica that does zip lining. So if it is that you are interested in going to Mystic Mountain, give me some hearts. I'm definitely interested in going there. That's Mystic Mountain, by the way, is in Ocherios, St. Anne. So if it is that you want to navigate your way or find your way there, that's where you need to look. And of course, as I tell you can always check with our tourism board or tourism ministry, who will provide more information. Usually if it is that you book with an hotel, they would have some information as to tours to specific areas. So don't worry. There is something else that just popped up in my head that I don't want to forget. If you come to Jamaica, even if it is that you don't try it at a specific space, like one of those popular spaces, please visit one of the mineral baths. So one of them that is, I don't think it's spoken about as much, is the one in St. Thomas. You understand? Please visit that mineral bath. You understand? From what I understand, there's a lot of healing power in our mineral bath. There are some of them that actually, the minerals that are there, when it interacts with the phenomenon is that you can actually see fire being lit on water, something along that line. You can't experience that nowhere else. No, I mean, okay, fine. You can experience it somewhere else, but not like Jamaica. Just saying. You want to come to Jamaica and experience this, right? So nice. And of course, if you're coming to Jamaica, this wasn't on my list as well, try rafting. And if you're not familiar as to what rafting is, it's offered at the Martha Bray River in Trelawney, and several other places across the island. Basically, we have a type of tree that grows in Jamaica called bamboo, where we would take the raftmen would take them and make like a seat, a chair that can be that floats along the river. So you'll sit just like how they have it in Italy. You'll sit and they will take you along the Martha Bray. Beautiful experience. Look here, I'm gonna tell you something. Jamaica, you can't board when you come here. You cannot board when you come here. Then it says St. Thomas Mineral Bath. Patricia says, where are you broadcasting from? I'm broadcasting from Kingston, Jamaica, right? But I'm telling you more about Jamaica outside of Kingston. So yeah, Kingston have some pretty nice spaces as well, right? You can actually access Blue Mountain through Kingston. You'd have to probably drive beyond Papine. But I'm telling you guys, Jamaica is open and it's time for you to come home and experience the island. I'm going to read some of your comments before I go because I'm just about wrapping up. So I have done, it says, traveling from Kingston to Clarendon, Old Harbour has the best roast fish, fried fish, bami, festival and more. Very tasty. You know, actually I've never tried bami in Old Harbour, so that's definitely something on my bucket list. Thank you for that, Donnet. I would really like to experience that. I only know whenever I speak about bami, if I don't see it in particular supermarkets, I would probably try. I have to go to border, you understand, or as they say, middle quarters. So I'm going to try that. Sandra says you can also do rafting in Portland, Rio Grande. I can't believe I left out Portland. There are so many spaces. Well, I did speak about Blue Mountain, but there are so many beautiful spaces in Portland. From what I see, I've never been to Portland, guys, but from what I see, it is one of the most beautiful parishes. I think it's the most beautiful parish in Jamaica. It's just different in terms of, and I think it's upkeep, because I believe every single parish has its own beauty. But Portland, when we talk about tourist attraction, Portland have it. You understand? You can view the pictures online and the pictures do not lie, but to experience it in person is breathtaking. taking. Thank you for that, Sandra. Sandra, why I feel like you come from Portland? Alright, Patricia says, okay. So Donnet says, Trucker Tours bring you to Mystic Mountain. That's what you're saying, Donnet? Well, there you guys have it. If it is that you are interested in Mystic Mountain, you can go and book the tour through Trucker. And Trucker Caribbean offers a number of activities for Jamaicans and non-Jamaicans who want to explore the island. So I won't be here for much longer. If it is that you think that I left off any other space on my list of 10, is more than 10 no, 10 best Jamaican vacation spots, please comment below. Remember, share this video so we can continue the conversation with you and your friends on your timeline, and you can come and continue the conversation with me privately. I'm on Facebook, Ashleigh-Ann Mowat. I'm on Instagram, Mowat, Twitter, _Mowat, and guess what? I'm on YouTube. Look for my name, Ashleigh-Ann Mowat. I'm going to be changing up things pretty soon when it comes out to my social media, but you will see. As always, Jamaicans.com, it is a pleasure to reason with you. So until next time, come reason with me.